Good evening. The time is now 6:33. We'd like to welcome everyone to this evening's school board meeting. We hope everyone had a restful and enjoyable spring break. So today is Monday, March 16th, and we're going to call this meeting to order. This is a regularly scheduled meeting and on the agenda. Number one, we're going to call the meeting to order. I myself am present, along with Mr. Herman Ariano, the vice president. Mr. Cito Zamora, the secretary, is not present. Board trustee Adrian Benya is present. Board trustee Mrs. Debbie Guerra is present. Board trustee Mr. Cody Reeves is present. Board trustee Mr. Peter Moy is present. Dr. Trevino is present as well. So we do have a quorum. At this time, we're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance.
This evening, we have two third graders from Shallard Elementary that will be leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. We have Lorenzo Solis, the son of Lorenzo and Michelle Solis, and Ruby Brent, the daughter of Shane and Amanda Brent. So the floor is yours.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Are the parents for Lorenzo and Ruby present? Thank you all so much. Congratulations.
On to item number 4, recommend and approving the board meeting minutes. 4A, the minutes for the public hearing for the 2024-2025 District Texas Academic Performance Report on February 16th of 2026. The minutes for the regular board meeting on February 16th of 2026. Is there a motion at this time?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you. We have a motion by Mr. Reeves to approve the minutes. Is there a second? And a second by Mr. Zamora. Mr. Ariano?
Aye.
Mr. Peña?
Aye.
Mrs. Guerra? Aye. Mr. Reeves?
Aye.
Mr. Ramon?
Aye.
Myself, aye. Motion passes. On to item number 5, the public comment. At this time, Ms. Ophelia Hunter has handed me the public comment sheet and no one has signed up to speak at today's meeting. On to item number 6, the superintendent's report. Dr. Trevino?
Thank you very much. It's coming to an end of the school year, believe it or not, in a few months. So we have a lot of wonderful recognitions this evening. And we would like to start by having Coach Castellano come to the podium to recognize our unified basketball team.
Good evening, Dr. Trevino, board members, and community of Alice. Tonight, I have the privilege of recognizing a very special group of students who represent the true spirit of Alice ISD. It's our unified basketball team. Unified sports is about more than basketball. It's about inclusion, friendship, and opportunity. It brings together students with and without intellectual disabilities to compete as teammates, support one another, and build lasting relationships. Our athletes showed incredible determination, sportsmanship, and Coyote pride throughout the season. And tonight, we are proud to recognize their accomplishments. At this time, I would like to ask our unified basketball team to step forward as I call their name. Please hold your applause until all names are read. Partner, Royal Gonzalez. Partner, Alexandra Garcia. Partner, Sofia Cortez. Athlete, Christian Chapa. Athlete, John Cruz. Athlete, Desi Garza. Athlete, Michael Griggs.
Good job.
Athlete, Adam Longoria. Athlete, John Matthew Perez. Are some of our partners and athletes that couldn't make it tonight due to other events going on. We are very super proud of these students and all that they do every day for us. Finally, none of this would be possible without the dedication and leadership of our coaches. Please help me recognize Coach Victor Garcia and Coach Mariah Mandel couldn't make it with us tonight. This is our 2026-2027 Unified Basketball team.
Yeah.
Maybe go back a little bit.
Let's go, Christian, move back.
Oh, we got the perfect. Okay.
So thank you.
So please stand and be recognized. And parents. Thank you for your support. Next, we have the recognition of our Alice Coyote Swim Team, regional and state qualifiers. Coach.
Tonight, we are proud to recognize another group of student athletes who have demonstrated exceptional discipline, dedication, and Coyote pride. Our Alice ISD swim and dive team, regional and state qualifiers. Swimming is one of the most demanding sports in all of athletics. It requires countless early morning practices, late evening practices, training in the pool, cold and hot. Also requires a focus and a determination that few people ever see behind the scenes. At this time, I would like to bring up our head swim coach, Coach Albiar, up to recognize these outstanding student athletes.
Good evening. Thank you guys for coming. This is Coach Lopez, my assistant for our 2025-2026 swim season. I would like to start off by saying you guys, I'll actually say when they all come in. So we'll start off with our region qualifiers. Way up to Paul Smith. That's our. Thank you.
Good job.
Mayor Bacala. Gisela Polido. Stella Ellis. And our diver regional qualifier, Sophie Gonzalez. Next, we'll have our regional and state qualifiers, Aiden Galvan. Nicholas De Leon. These are a little bit touching. This is our 4-time state qualifier and regional qualifier, Jason Molina. Also 4-time state qualifier, Wesley McIntyre. And alternate Jacob De Leon.
Good job. Good job.
And just a few things about these kids, going off of what Coach Castellano said, you know, they had been going 6 months. We started right in September. We finished state February 20th. A lot of commitment, a lot of traveling to the pool, again, cold, hot, through football season, through baseball season, through softball season, so many seasons, and these kids still ended up getting to where we needed to be. Fought for every race that we had, every second counted, every time, like dinner, lunches, you know, they were all holding each other accountable as like, what did you eat last night? What are you drinking? And it all tied together, and it was honestly a big team thing. And I started with these guys, you know, in 7th grade. From now they're graduating this year. So it's a bittersweet year for us. I do have the girls coming back, so I'm looking forward to our next season. And so I'm proud of you guys. Congratulations. And you guys have really set the standard high for the next summers to come.
And finally, none of this would be possible without the dedication and the leadership of our coaches. To Coach Abel Lopez and to our head coach, Coach Sabrina.
Or you want me to switch? You're fine. Parents of the students, please stand and be recognized or wave, because I know somebody. Congratulations. Thank you, Coach. I think the bar has been set high for our swim team as well as all our other teams, because basketball unified also has made regionals 2 years in a row, so great job. Now we'll invite Emery Lopez up to the podium to recognize our Region 14 All-Region Mariachi and Texas UIL Mariachi Coastal Bend and State Rating Team.
As my other board president of the regional superintendent of schools, board of trustees, distinguished guests, parents, community. Mr. Bennett, the director of fine arts at AISD. It gives me great privilege and honor to call up our mariachi directors to recognize our mariachi students. There's going to be 3 different recognitions tonight. There will be the all-region area mariachi students, followed by our UIL state mariachi group. And then we have a UIL outstanding performer. So I called to the podium our Alice head mariachi director, Mr. Jose Benavides.
Good evening, school board. President, Mrs. Jennifer Varela, the trustees and superintendent, Dr. Anissa Trevino. I am honored to represent the mariachi program tonight. These students have worked incredibly hard to represent our school and community with pride. And I would like to begin with the students that made the Region 14 All-Region and Area Mariachi Band. When I call your name out, please come up and receive your certificates. Oh, and if you can hold your applause till after the ceremony. Isaiah Weiss. Noah Rosenbaum. Kiara Solis. And that is it for the students that made the all region and area mariachi.
It's a quick one. We're gonna have some problems here. Oh, sorry. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sure.
Will those parents stand and be recognized or wave?
If we can get photo and close till after the ceremony. So next up is our varsity mariachi, who performed for the second year in a row to state in a 5A level. So once I call your name, please come up to be recognized. Alyssa Ariano. Alexis Marias.
It's nice. Congratulations.
Uriah Flores. Enrique Garcia before. Eduardo Hernandez Lopez.
Congratulations, everyone's here, that's great.
Danielle Mallet.
Good job. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Valeria Marquez.
Congratulations.
Isaiah Weiss. Noah Rosenbaum. Joseph Silva. Sierra Solis. Micah Torres. Tristan Tovar. And Matthew Rowe. Again, these students are really wonderful, so amazing. They make myself want to go and work. I don't think it's work for me, I think it's having fun. And I am blessed to be their director along with my buddy right here, Venezuela.
Or you're very tall, but maybe behind her right.
State mariachi group.
We go 1, 2, 3.
You have the paparazzi.
Last but not least, this person was not only did not only perform at the UIL Mariachi Festival, but he received an Outstanding Performer Award, and it is equivalent to a state championship award. So this person is Uriah Flores.
Congratulations.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
Congratulations.
Great. Good job.
Are his parents here? Maybe they can get up too and.
Oh, come on up. Get a picture. Picture. Short people. Good job. Oh.
Thank you very much.
I'd like to make one more recognition. I'd like to thank these two individuals for their hard work and dedication to all our students from 6th grade to 12th grade, working with our mariachi students from Montana to high school. They do a wonderful job with all our kids. They're working really hard. And those young kids, it's going to be a great, strong group coming up as they get to high school. I'd like to recognize Mr. Jose Benavides and Mr. Fidencio Vela. Thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you so much for that. Thank
you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Great. Hey, how do we buy one of those? I love that.
I love it.
The logo is awesome. You gotta take care of those two.
Thank you also.
Yep, get over here.
Thank you, Mr. Bettis. And last but not least, we will be recognizing our AISD educational diagnostician. So I invite to the podium Dr. Amanda Mendieta.
Good evening, Dr. Trevino, Board President, members of the board, and our audience. So, amazing picture. The week of March the 1st to the 7th is designated as Educational Diagnosticians Week in the state of Texas by Governor Abbott. So, it's difficult to explain the work that goes into the job of an educational diagnostician. They assess for to determine eligibility of students with disabilities. They attend and are active participants in our meetings. They play a vital role in the success of our students. Huge support to our campuses and to our parents as well. So without them, we wouldn't see the success that we are seeing. So this evening, we have two diagnosticians in attendance that we'd like to recognize this time, Francisco Estrada and Emily Gonzalez.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for reading.
Thank you so much for all you do.
Thank you very much for your work. I am married to a diagnostician, so I know that the work does not end when the final bell rings. I know that you all are completing reports and making sure that you make the best analysis to ensure that we evaluate the students and that we provide them the best services. So thank you very much. That's it for the recognitions of staff and students. I'd like to continue with the academic update. We have Jasmine Dominguez, principal of Dubose Elementary, that will be giving us an update on her campus.
Good evening, Madam President, Board of Trustees, Dr. Trevino. My name is Jasmine Dominguez, and I'm the principal, very proud principal of DeVos Elementary. Okay. A little bit about us. Currently, we have about 475 students enrolled. I have 14 emergent bilingual students. Our ECODIS is 96.15%, and 124 students are our special ed students. I do want to say, one of my pictures up there is the science fair. We're so proud of science fair. We had 8 students go on to the Corpus Christi science fair, regional science fair. Previously we had 0 or 1. This year we had 8. So we're so excited. We're so proud of them. And then who are our staff? I just wanted to break it down for you. We have 13 teachers with 0 to 5 experience, 6 teachers with 6 to 10 years, 9 with 11 plus years, and we currently have 6 teachers, DOI teachers. Our ratings go back from 2022 to last year. We've maintained our B standing. Last year we were closing the gaps at A. Previously, and then last year an 85. So that's, along with our ECODIS, that's where, we're hoping to see improvements there. Just recently, we went over our benchmarks results at a principals meeting that we took in February. The teachers, myself, we looked at the data, we looked at the TEKS, the students. We put together some information. So for example, you can see benchmark 1 was taken in October for 3rd grade RLA. We had 42% students approach, 10% meet, and 2% master. We took the test again, we took the benchmark in February, and we had 64% approach, 20% meet, and 5% master. So we had increases from October to February. The next column shows the percentage increase in each category, and then our STAR goal. So our STAR goal for 3rd grade RLA is 71% approaches, 50% meets, and 22% masters. We've been working hard. We've identified weaknesses, and we are closing the gaps and working to improve those scores. But we did break it down for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Same thing with math. You can see we took benchmark 1 in October, 25% approached. February, we had 36 approach in 3rd grade math, 11% increase, and our goal is 70. So after the benchmark, we noticed there was a little deficit in math. So that's what we've been targeting and working on daily with the students and with the teachers. And then science, so our 5th graders take the science test. Benchmark 1 was 22% approaches. February, we're at 60% approaches. Our goal is 64%, so we're almost there. We ended the year last year at 52%, so we've already surpassed last year's. And just some next steps that we're working on for math. We have pullouts. We're going to pull out program, targeting TEKS that need to be targeted through word problems, and then we're looking back at the benchmark and using those TEKS to help us. I put 3rd grade, we're pulling out students. 4th grade, we're targeting our meets and master students that have regressed. When they regress, we lose our points. We don't want to lose points, so we need them back to where they're at, and those are the ones that we're really focused on. And then our multiplication initiative, and I'll talk about that very soon. And then same thing for RLA. We noticed in RLA that our extended constructed responses were not what we wanted them to be. And that's a big part of the RLA test. So for 3rd grade, we have a group of students that we're working on, 4 to 7 sentences, getting something on the paper so we can accumulate some points. And then our 4th graders, again, our meets and our masters that are regressing. And I didn't put 5th because 5th is right on track with where they need to be. not to say we're not targeting them, but so far they're tracking where they need to be. And then our special pops, so our special pop team, so Ms. Lopez, Coach Ramos, the inclusion para, they're getting together and they're pulling these kids from 4th and 5th grade, very targeted, and they're working on writing and passages, just reading comprehension. And it's every day just so that we can get the practice in a smaller group setting. Okay, TELPIS. Last year we didn't have anyone, we didn't have 10 for TELPIS last year. We need 10 in order to get the 4 points at the end of the year, right? Okay. This year we do. So they have to increase the composite score. So there's Miss Signs. She has been the biggest help, our librarian. She's also pulling the kids every single day. They work on reading, writing, speaking with the Summit K-12 program that we've been using. It tracks their progress. It shows them where they need help in. And currently right there, she was doing a little mini lesson with the kids. It's a lot of mini lesson and then working on practicing. And our goal is to get 8 students to pass. And I don't want to say I'm confident, but we're going to do it. We test this week and we'll test next week. And attendance continues to be one of our priorities. This year we were at Dairy Queen. We did a community outreach event, and the kids from Dubose and Whams, we partnered with Whams, and they came out to got an ice cream, and we talked to parents about attendance and the importance of attendance. And we also do hat day, free popcorn, free dress, popcorn, sweet treat giveaway, anything to get the kids in and get the parents excited about sending their kids. Today was all purple day, and you should have seen the kids were dressed from head to toe in purple, and it's really nice to see all that. Dubose breakfast routines. That is a new routine that we implemented this year. So the kids have their breakfast in the bags. They go wherever their location is in the morning. When they get dropped off at school, they pick up their bag, wait for a teacher to pick them up. They go to the classroom and eat their breakfast and then throw it away. Previously, we had ice chests and the big bags and bags of silverware. It just wasn't conducive for us. So we tried this method and it's worked perfectly. We've had a little flaws, but we fixed it and it's a great method. I went last year in May to go observe the breakfast at Whams, and so I brought it back to Dubose and it's worked out really well. PLCs, so professional learning communities, we have PLCs twice a month, every 2 weeks, and they're based on whatever the needs of the campus are at the time. It can be data, it can be writing, it can be Star Alt 2 was a big thing that we learned. And I just took some pictures of the teachers. You know, they're creating anchor charts, they're looking at data. The bottom one, Ms. Campos did a writing presentation for us, a PLC that she turned around to our staff and we implemented in the classroom. And writing. So like I said, the extended constructive responses were something that we needed to target. And a lot of it is the explode to explain, which is like the explain part of your essay. Our kids were stuck there and we were able to identify that and notice it. So now we're having more writing conferences with our students. I even had a writing boot camp February 24th from 4 to 6. We had 100 students attend. We fed them nachos, pickle, popcorn. They got juices. It was rotations. They loved it. 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade teachers were there along with my inclusion staff to help us out. And so each teacher did a different activity based on the writing. And then that little picture right there is a text message I got from one of my teachers basically saying she's so excited to see the work that they've been accomplishing, and she's excited to see how they're doing work independently. And then another example of the writing that we've been working on. Writing also, so the top part is benchmark 1, the second part is benchmark 2. Our goal from benchmark 1 to benchmark 2 was to decrease our zeros. As you can see, like for 5th grade, Dubose had 60% zeros. Benchmark 2, we went down to 21 zeros. So it was also decreasing our zeros, but we wanted to increase our 6s and our 8s. That's where we're really getting some strong writers. And you can see, so like for fifth grade on benchmark 2, we had 18% at 6s when previously we had 6%. So the kids are getting more comfortable writing and they're starting to write more fluently. And then we did have gains from benchmark 1 to 2 in the writing. The multiplication initiative, this is something that Dr. Tees brought to us. It's a district initiative, but it's also a campus initiative. We want these kids to go to WAMS and we want them to go to high school prepared and to know their multiplication when they go to Algebra 1. And it's a matter of memorizing them and knowing them. So for that, that's an example of fourth grade. As soon as they master their multiplication, they get their picture on the wall and they get a little goodie bag or something. For my campus, I have Coach Castellano and Michael there's coming to test them. We've got good feedback from when they come that the kids are excited and they're eager and they're like quizzing them on the multiplication. So we're working, at lunch, we're working at breakfast, in the classroom just to get them to know their multiplication. And of course, our end of year goal is to be a 91, so we're on our way to the A. And one of my favorite quotes, I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples, from Mother Teresa. And I just hope the leadership that I've instilled in the campus is, rippling into the staff and to the students, and it couldn't have been done without you all. So thank you very much for your support and encouragement for our campus, and we appreciate it. Any questions?
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Dominguez, and we'll continue to work on ensuring we achieve our goal, right? Thank you. I now invite Liana Tavares to the podium for an update on our student services.
Good evening, Board President, members of the board, Dr. Levine, members of the audience. Tonight I bring to you the student services update for March of 2026. We are going to start off with the February campus attendance. And as you will see here, we do have some encouraging progress in our attendance at several campuses, including our secondary level. So if we look at the high school, we have from last year, they were at 90.51%. This, for the month of February, they're at 90.91%, giving them that 0.40% increase, as well as the William Adams Middle School. You're going to see last year, they were at 92.41%. This year at 92.56%, giving them that 0.15% increase. Although we do see some of the campuses at the elementary level that are slightly decreased, they still are above that 90%. So they are still continuing to work with our students, making sure they do succeed. Now, for our elementary, we did have a week where they were hit with a really, really bad virus. So their attendance was low at 75%, but we will be working on those 3 days to get us that credit for our AGA. And so with those 3 days, they're looking at the 92.48% for this school year. Moving on for the district attendance, you will see that slight decrease, and that shows the 0.24%. A factor is, like I stated, Noonan was just a small decrease when they were hit with that virus. It did, I don't want to say only Noonan did it, but we had a slight decrease, but our secondary campuses, that's what really holds the bigger part, and they did really, really well February. I know they're still continuing to improve, and we'll see much more improvement this month and moving forward. Our monthly attendance revenue loss analysis. Last year, we were at $184,047.11. This year, $182,164.89. And you will see that we did have a decrease of $1,882.22. We did ask our local community churches to partner up with us to help us with this attendance. We are scheduling those meetings with them. So they will be meeting with us to help us encourage families to have students attend school every day. And so just to let you know, we are working with them. We are trying to promote the attendance any which way we can. I will say that we've also worked with our communities, such as like our daycares, and we have kids that go there, or even St. Elizabeth's kids that are coming over, which I'm going to talk about on this next slide. So we do have the 26-27 student registration that will go live April 1st. It will be online registration, open through Skyward Family Access. We will have 2 face-to-face days in May 7th and May 5th and May 7th. Well, the parents will be able to come in here. We will assist them with that as well. We will be posting flyers out on social media to spread the word. We are going to be promoting to increase our enrollment. We do have renewal out-of-zone transfer forms for next year, and as well as the out-of-district transfer forms. Now, we try to find ways to recruit some more kids. And so we do have our WAMS counselors on Monday, March 23rd. They will be going out to St. Elizabeth to speak to the 6th grade students that will be transitioning to 7th grade to kind of promote and let them know what pathways WAMS is having and kind of get them, interested in coming into our schools, as well as letting them know that they're actually going to earn high school credit. So we do have that in place. And then I wanted to give you kind of a glimpse of what our AISD enrollment trends have been the past 3 years. You will see for each school year the peak enrollment for those dates. So like in 23-24, we had 4,484 students. And on October 23rd of 2023, that's where their peak enrollment was at, In 24-25, there was 4,343. They had a peak enrollment on December 17th, 2024. And then this year, right now, we're sitting at 4,266 with that peak enrollment back in September 5th, 2025. Now, if you look at the column for out-of-district transfers, I want you to see how many out-of-district transfers we had each school year. In 23-24, we had 89. In 24-25, we had 66. And this year, we're at 81. Now, for next year's projected enrollment, we will have kind of more or less a number, which I will bring to you all as soon as that registration opens April 1st. So in May, I'll be bringing you all the projected enrollment for 26-27. So that's all I have. Do y'all have any questions? Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Now we have, any questions for Mr. Kubala on student safety? I know we have a meeting on Wednesday with the safety committee. So, thank you. If not, I'd like to invite Melissa to the podium just to give us an update on our investments and really our interest rate.
So good evening, members of the audience, members of the board, Dr. Therino. Just a quick update on the interest we've earned on our 2024 bond proceeds. Through the end of February, we have earned $2,081,154. And then you will also see this report, your quarterly investment report. You can see the interest that's been earned on each individual account. And as a total, we have earned $523,445 for the quarter that ended February 28th, 2026. And so aside from these 2 reports, I did want to also mention that we did have our RFQ for our professional roofing consultants closed today. We did have 5 submissions, so we'll be evaluating those pretty soon and bring that back to the board for approval in April. So do you all have any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's great.
And next we have our facilities update. I invite Tim from Weaver and Jacobs to give us an update on our stadium. Thank you, Mr. Vasquez. You may.
Good evening, people in the audience, board members, superintendent. I'm Tim Glinzer with Weaver and Jacobs, the project manager for the construction project at the football stadium. This is David Iglesias. He's with PBK, which is the architect of the stadium. And I'm here to give a little progress report update. Kind of how I started off every time that I present is just kind of an overview of the stadium. So you're kind of know what's going on. Visitors concession stand is down on the bottom to the right, and then home side is over to the left. Field is obviously in the middle, and then you have your field house north of that north end zone. This is just kind of an overview. I don't have a ton of drone photos this presentation because it was quite windy this afternoon and my drone did not like that. So bear with me on that. We'll start with building A, which is the south home concession stand. As you can see, the exterior CMU is ongoing along with CMU going up. We have electrical wall rough-in going in along with plumbing wall rough-in. The structural steel, which is bar joists, is scheduled for the 23rd, so that'll be next Monday. They're looking to be topped out on that exterior CMU end of day tomorrow. So that's building A. That's another kind of overview with all the scaffolding around it. We'll go to building B, which is the press box. Structural steel is about 98% done. The only thing we are lacking there is the actual stairs that go on the side of the press boxes. That is currently on site, just waiting to be installed. The exterior metal studs is complete. Exterior sheathing is complete. The exterior waterproofing is about 95% done. They still have a little bit of detailing left to do. The electrical and plumbing rough-in on the second floor has been completed. Overhead sprinkler rough-in's completed on that second floor and on the bottom. They've pressure tested that. Everything's good to go. No leaks on that. The curtain wall windows that go on the front face of the press box is completed and dried in. They're just lacking a few dividing windows up there on the press box. Other than that, wall or windows are complete. Elevator CMU, about 95% done. They're looking to be completed with that end of this week. The soffit framing and sheathing has been completed as well. And then interior sheetrock on the first and second floor is ongoing right now. So they're done with wall rough. They're covering everything up. And then obviously the tape and float and the finishing of the sheetrock has started. A couple more pictures of the press box, and then forgot to mention exterior flashing for metal panels is going up right now. We're expected to see that here within the next couple of weeks. We'll start putting some finishes on the press box on the exterior. So that's one view of press box. This is the Sutherland side of the press box. Another view. And then this is building C, which is identical to building A, which is the north concession on home side. Electrical and plumbing wall rough-in is ongoing. The exterior CMU is probably 97% done. They are ready to go, waiting on bar joists to be installed, which our steel erector will be on site Wednesday this week, which should go fairly fast. Once they do that, then they can put decking and dry the roof in over at building C. That's the outside of it. And moving over to building D, which is the field house. Structural steel has been completed. The MEP wall rough-in is ongoing as interior CMU walls go up. MEP overhead rough-in is also ongoing with that. Interior CMU. And then the exterior roof parapet walls have been completed, framed, and sheathed about 95%. And then the exterior waterproofing is ongoing as well. And then the roofing is ongoing. The roofing's dried in. They just detail and finishing work still left to do on that. It's just kind of a couple pictures, nothing crazy to see in there. That's the street side where you'll see it, driving down the road. Got the exterior framing up. They just need some sheathing on that. And then in between there is a storefront system that goes in there, glass and windows, and should be nice and fancy there. This is field side, kind of looking at the roofs right here. As you can see, we got, TPO roof down. That is now somewhat dried in. So they've been working real good on the UV. And then moving over to building E, which is a visitor's concession stand. Electrical / plumbing wall rough-in is ongoing as the exterior CMU goes up. This one's a little bit slower process. Our main focus is really on that home side right now. And then just kind of an overview of what's going on around the site. The bleacher foundations is still ongoing. The track and turf construction is ongoing. Parking lot light poles have been completed. the AEP transformer, which is a milestone, that was installed and completed last week. As the building C goes up, that's where our main switchboard goes. So that's always a milestone because that's controlled by AEP, and you want to get that main transformer out there. Speaker pole foundations have been completed, and then there is some retaining walls, concrete turn downs that are ongoing. And then over to the left, that is your long jump sand pit that goes on either side of the end zones. That was completed last week. And then this is kind of an overview of the track, the turf or the field. Track is completed with all the dirt work. It's all been compacted. It's ready for asphalt. Same with they call them the D zones, which is where the long jump is. And then the middle of the field, drain stone is nearing completion on that. Turf should show up middle of next month. So they'll get that on site. And before that turf comes, still haven't locked down an actual date of when they're going to do the asphalt for the track and the D zones, but that should be completed before the track or the turf gets on site. And that's just kind of an overview of the south parking lot. Our earthwork people, they have lime stabilization scheduled for the 25th of this month to do all the, I don't know if I can do a pointer. There's an approach here and an approach there. They're going to lime stabilize that so we can pour that concrete. Everything else in the parking lot is asphalt, but then after they do that, then they'll start working on the liming the parking lot and then getting the limestone out there to get that prepped and ready for asphalt. It's kind of same overview with earthwork. Lime stabilization for the approaches is scheduled for the 25th of this month. Site utilities, storm systems about 97%. We have one tie-in that we have to do on that would be the east side of the property over there by the visitors concession stand. Once that's done, then storm system will be 100% complete and the sanitary system as well. So I didn't have we're not doing much in the ground right now, so those are old photos, but anyways. And then this is the CPR1, which is that added parking lot that we have over in the south parking lot. The underground detention system, our ETA for that arriving is this week. So you'll start seeing a bunch of big, giant black egg crates material out there. And then you'll all of a sudden see someone digging a big hole over there. That's what we're doing is a underground detention. So, and then I believe that's all I have. I don't know if I'm gonna add anything.
Good evening, Dr. Trevino, members of the board. Just to add, as Tim mentioned, the primary the transformer for the primary power of that being that was installed, that's a major milestone for permanent power. And then also some of the brick, the delay we had on obtaining some of the brick that was selected, was received and they provided additional manpower to get the block up as quickly as possible. So as you can see in the pictures, they've been progressing pretty rapidly the last, few weeks or so. So we're still pushing the timeline. And so they're doing everything on their power to continue trying to deliver the project as quick as possible. So they've been a great partner to work with. And so we have our recurring OAC meeting coming up on Thursday, which we have every other week.
Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah, sorry. Wednesday. And so, we're pretty happy with the progress. So we keep visiting the site regularly and monitoring, coordinating with Tim and also with Dr. Trevino and her staff to get some things coordinated. So we're meeting again for the furniture Wednesday as well. Some of the last of the graphics that we need to decide on. So
I do publicly want to thank you all because you have been working on weekends, and I know I drove by Sunday and you had a small crew, but you still had a crew out there even on a Sunday, and I don't want Jesus upset with me. Just saying, I'm grateful.
what is the actual date of closure? As far as completion? Things change as far as the original completion date at this time, but we're still pressing to try to get done as quickly as possible. I can't give the actual date of as to where we're at right now. What's the for the next proceed?
First football game.
So we're trying everything in our power to get done in time, but yes, by the first football game. So.
What happened in May?
That's a couple months. That's in a couple of months.
Yeah, but you're saying it could happen, and all of a sudden didn't happen. It's not gonna happen.
Unfortunately, we had some of the delays with the.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
We're
now it's just to want to make it right.
Right, correct.
But more or less by August?
Yes, that's the plan, yes. So we keep pressing, weather permitting as well, so, but yes, I mean, they are progressing, and once the track gets poured, asphalt, turf goes down, it's gonna start changing pretty quick. Get the roof on those other buildings, the concessions and all that, and, it's gonna be close.
So right now, the delays that we had previously, the brick, all of that's already been resolved.
Yes.
And then in addition, they've given us extra manpower to complete the labor efficiently.
Correct. For example, the visitors concession, right? Already started.
Yes.
So initially, they weren't thinking they'd be able to get to that till later in the summer, and they're already getting blocked up over there in that area. So, I mean, they're really pressing. So,
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
It looks great. We're really good.
I want to thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate the opportunity. Yes, so thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you Wednesday.
Yeah.
Any questions for Mr. Bennett? I know we recognize some of you students. We don't have any questions. I know Joe Castellano has a quick update on athletics.
Coach Castellano.
Good afternoon, good evening, Dr. Trevino, board members, and community of Alice. Just a quick athletic update, not on just the sports that are going on right now, but more what we're doing in the background. We currently still have golf and tennis and softball, baseball that are going on, but we're really looking at the equipment for this new stadium and what we have already and what we could possibly use in the new stadium that's going to go with new and not look old. For example, goalpost padding, the padding that goes around the goalpost, things like that we have right now, but looking at the color of all that, and fading and all that, and whether we need new equipment like that, end zone pylons, down markers, sideline markers, blocking sleds, tackling dummies, sideline benches for the kids to sit on, not only for football, but for soccer as well. So those are some of the things that we're looking at right now, going through all of our sport and equipment to see what we can save and continue to use in the new stadium and what we actually are going to need for the new stadium. So that was football. Here's soccer. Obviously with soccer, looking at two regulation soccer goals, goal nets, net clips, anchors, things of that nature that you would use for your soccer kids. Looking at the next sport, which would be track and field. Looking at all of our equipment that we have right now, starting blocks that we currently are using at our WAMS middle school right now. High jump pit, which we're currently using down there at WAMS, pole vault pits, shot put rings, a timing system for, we're going to have this nice stadium where we're going to host track meets, not only district meets, but probably area meets, hopefully regional meets, and things of that nature. So just wanted to give you an update on kind of what we're doing in the background and going through all of our sport and equipment that we're going to be using at the new stadium and what we can salvage and save money on, and then what we're actually going to need to purchase moving forward. Any questions?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So with the equipment that we decide to keep, is any of it that's no longer like like you said, maybe faded colors, are we gonna utilize that at the practice fields?
Exactly, yes, we will be able to continue to utilize like soccer goals that are currently at the auxiliary field, still being able to utilize those there. The football padding, still being able to utilize the goalpost padding at those fields as well. So yes, being able to not just throw things away, but just being able to bring some new equipment to a new stadium to make it look new. So yes, ma'am. Anything else?
Coach, I don't know how they reach out about it, but for next year, have y'all heard anything about like the Special Olympics? Of this being like a ground for them to host the event?
You know, I'm on the state committee with the Unified Sports now, and we have had that talk about hosting the Unified Regional Tournament here. Hasn't been brought up yet, but there are a lot of people reaching out for multiple events to be hosted here in Alice, but that is not one that's been decided yet, but I'm sure it will be.
I think it is, Coach, because I'm part of the Special Olympics thing. And that's one of the things, I think the coordinator from Corpus is no longer there. So we're trying to take over it, myself and one of my partners.
Yeah, no, I think that would be exciting, and being able to host those type of events for our community would be great. So if you want to give me a contact number, then I can reach out to them and get them as well.
I have a question, but this is for Mr. Bettis. What about marching contests? Have they reached out about marching?
There hasn't been actual talk yet for our field itself. I can tell you for sure talk going down to 4A. There has been talk for us being hosts for UYO concert events. But I think as this new year happens, they see our stadium down the road, I think it's gonna happen. Yeah, it's gonna happen for us. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I've said this before where we've had multiple teams already reached out for playoff games here, and they haven't even solidified a playoff spot yet. They won't be on the list.
They're pretty confident, though.
Alex.
Ms. Kavanaugh, if I can just add, I was judging last week in La Jolla, and I was talking in our director lunch, and they said, have you seen the Alice press box? That's pretty big, so they've noticed our stadium already.
Yeah,
They're already talking.
I was just wondering, because it's always in Cal Allen, so I was just wondering, are they gonna move it here? Because.
Oh, I'm gonna put it in there.
Yes.
Once here, they went to Cal Allen and then come back.
Yes.
Oh, we have better restaurants.
Thank you, Coach.
Oh. Perfect. On to item number 6I, the recess. We're gonna take a brief recess. The time is now 7:36 p.m. I didn't realize how
Yes, ma'am.
The time is now 7:50, and we're now back from our recess. On to item number 7, the consent agenda. All items under the consent agenda are acted upon by one motion. Upon a board member's request, any item on the consent agenda shall be moved to the action portion of the regular agenda. 7A, recommend approval of the following donations to Alice ISD. And we would like to recognize, we have a lot of donors on this list, and they're all posted on the agenda. And thank you to each and everyone who donated to the Alice High School junior class for the prom of 2026. I'm going to acknowledge some of them. Right Away made a monetary donation of $200. The Alice ISD Family Engagement Conference and Health Fair had lots of donors for the February 28th, 2026 conference at the high school. We had a Celanese donate a Samsung TV valued at $600. The General Chiropractic donated a $150 voucher. CAW donated two $149.95 vouchers. And Adolfo Gonzalez donated $400 in monetary donation, along with lots of other local businesses and vendors who donated everything from gift baskets to gift cards to prizes, goodies, cookies, and whatnot. So thank you to each and every one of the donors for supporting our district. At this time, do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda items as posted?
Is it 7B and 7C also part of the consent? Yeah, so just take them all at once. 7B and 7C. There's others.
Oh, 7A.
Oh, yes,
and then 7B, to approve the following federal fund items. The payment of $500,000 to the AISD Region 2. $50,000 to the AISD Region 2 for the LASSO Cycle 3 Strong Foundation Grant Planning and Math Support Services for the 2 quarters of the 2025-2026 school year. And 7C, to recommend the approval of the miscellaneous items of the requisition of over $330,000 for the purchasing of Blue Bonnet Learning instructional materials for grades K through Algebra 1 for the 2026-2027 school year.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent item.
Thank you. We have a motion at this time by Mr. Agnano.
I'll second.
And a second by Mr. Reeves. Mr. Agnano?
Aye.
Mr. Peña?
Aye.
Mrs. Guerra?
Aye.
Mr. Reeves?
Aye.
Mr. Damon?
Aye.
Myself, aye. It passes. On to item 8, the action items. 8A, consideration of possible action to approve the 2026-2027 instructional materials and the TEAT certification course.
Board members, this is a yearly requirement set forth by TEA, and it does need board approval every year. Before you, you have a list of resources that we will be using for the 26-27 school year. Before we can order any materials and any resources, you all would need to approve that. I want to share with you and impress upon you that the curriculum department, along with principals, and they in turn have asked for teacher input to review the list that's being submitted. There are no major changes in our curriculum for this upcoming school year. We want the curriculum to be very consistent across grade levels and through each content area. The material is, high quality instructional material. It's high in rigor, and we want to be able to continue to provide our students with quality curriculum. There are minor changes in the supplemental resources, and that those decisions were based on the usage of those resources and campus feedback. And so we request approval so we can begin ordering the materials and we can have them with enough time to distribute accordingly before the start of the next academic school year.
Thank you, Dr. Trujillo. At this time, do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve item 8A for the approval of 26-27 instructional materials and TEAC certification form.
Thank you. We have a motion at this time by Mr. Peña. Is there a second? And a second by Mrs. Guerra. Is there any questions? Mr. Ariano?
Aye.
Mr. Benya?
Aye.
Mrs. Guerra?
Aye.
Mr. Reeves?
Aye.
Mr. Damon?
Aye.
Myself, aye. Motion passes. Item 8B, consideration of possible action to approve the 2026-2027 Alice High School course catalog.
And we're in the process of starting to have students pre-register for the 26-27 school year. So we would need approval of the courses that we're going to be offering at Alice High School. Dr. Kubala and Dr. Cantu have reviewed all the courses that we're offering. Certainly, if we don't have enough students sign up for a particular course, we may have to close it. But we want to offer our students a vast opportunity to select the course of study that they would be interested in after they leave high school. So I'm grateful that Alice High School, with the support of the board, has expanded our course offerings to include more AP. We are opening up a couple of classes for technology, so they could run the scoreboard and run the video stuff at the stadium. So they are getting ready for that, and hopefully we'll have an interest in those particular courses as well. So we are requesting approval of the high school course catalog for the upcoming school year.
Thank you, Dr. Trevino. At this time, do we have a motion?
Yes, I move that we consider and approve the 26-27 Alice High School course catalog.
Thank you. We have a motion by Mrs. Guerra. Is there a second?
I'll second.
And a second by Mr. Benya. Is there any discussion? Mr. Ariano?
Aye.
Mr. Benya?
Aye.
Mrs. Guerra?
Aye.
Mr. Reeves?
Aye.
Mr. Ramon? Myself, aye. Motion passes. On to item 8C, consideration of possible action to approve the 2026-2027 William Adams Middle School course catalog.
Again, we are requesting you all to approve the course catalog. And just so we can make it public, Alice ISD is one of the few districts in the state to offer English 1 and biology along with Algebra 1 at the middle school. As now we're going to be offering technology applications and touch system data management along with lifetime recreation and outdoor pursuit, meaning our kids can leave WAMS as a sophomore. So that gives them an opportunity to venture out into more of the CTE programs, get industry-based certifications, and graduate ready to start work after. So we want to just make that public. If you approve that, then they'll be able to have up to 6 high school credits before leaving William Adams Middle School, making us very unique to other districts around the state.
Thank you, Dr. Trevino. At this time, do we have a motion?
I make a motion to approve the 26-27 William Adams Middle School course catalog.
Thank you. We have a motion by Mrs. Guerra. Is there a second?
I'll second.
And a second by Mr. Reeves. Is there any discussion? Mr. Ariano?
Aye.
Mr. Benya?
Aye.
Mrs. Guerra?
Aye.
Mr. Reeves?
Aye.
Mr. Ramon?
Aye.
Myself, aye. Motion passes. On to item number 9 on the agenda. We closed our executive meeting session as called in accordance with the following provisions set forth in the Texas Government Code. 9A, Texas Government Code, Section 551.074, Personnel Matters. 9A1, Presentation and Discussion of new hires. 9A2, 9A3, Presentation and Discussion of recommendations. 9A4, Personnel Update regarding investigations. 9B, pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.074, consider and discuss possible approval of written contract for administrator to receive a financial benefit for providing services outside of Alice ISD. 9C, Texas Government Code Section 551.071, legal matters, board attorney advice, and 551.074, personnel. The time is now 7:59 and we're now in executive session. This is the process for me. This is where I'm spending my time.
Because we have an in-service tomorrow here in the morning. No, her phone is here.
It was pretty cool.
The time is now 9:10 PM and it's still March 16th, 2026. On to item number 10, the board has now reconvened from executive session. Item 11, announcements and action items. 11A, consideration of possible action regarding new hires.
I'll make a motion.
Thank you. At this time, we have a motion by Mr. Ariano.
I move that the board approves the new hire as mentioned in executive session.
You can say your name.
Okay, Amelia Salinas.
Yes. Thank you. We have a motion at this time by Mr. Ariano. Is there a second?
I'll second.
And a second by Mr. Peña. Is there any discussion? Mr. Ariano?
Aye.
Mr. Peña?
Aye.
Mrs. Guerra?
Aye.
Mr. Reeves?
Aye.
Mr. Damon? And myself. Aye, motion passes. On to item 11B, consideration of possible action regarding retirements. That was informational item only. 11C, consideration of possible action regarding resignations. That's an informational item only. 11D, discussion of possible action regarding ongoing investigations. That's informational only. 11E, consider and take possible action to approve written contracts for administrator to receive a financial benefit for providing services outside of Alice ISD.
I move that the board approve the written contract presented for a medical benefit based on the determination that the contract will not harm Alice ISD. The arrangements do not present a conflict of interest and the services will be performed entirely on the administrator's personal time.
I second that.
Thank you. At this time, we have a motion by Mr. Ariano and a second from Mr. Damon. Is there any discussion? Mr. Ariano?
Aye.
Mr. Peña?
Aye.
Mrs. Guerra?
Aye.
Mr. Reeves?
Aye.
Mr. Ramon?
Definitely aye.
And myself, aye, motion passes. On to item number 12, to adjourn. It's now 9:12 and this meeting's adjourned. You wanna have a good evening. We're going home early tonight. Oh, and happy St.